Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Excel Bytes with today's Excel blog post. Recently I did a blog post on the subtotal function, and I will leave a link to that post below. But since I did that, I learned something interesting, a nice little feature of subtotal that I wasn't aware of when I did that blog post. So I wanted to do a little post regarding that feature. So let's take a look at something very unique and useful with the subtotal function in Excel. So here I have two duplicate sets of data, product 1 through 10, a total, 11 through 20, a total, and then a grand total at the bottom. And the totals that I use, the intermittent totals, on the left section, I just used the sum function. On the right section, I used subtotal. And they both give me the exact same answer. Now, if I want to get a grand total here, I can't just sum up all the values, because if I do that, if I say equals sum and I included all these values, totaled them up, I get 2,005,800, which is actually double. If I have 526 and 476, that's just about $1 million. So what Excel did here, it summed all the values, including my intermittent sums. So then what I need to do is just do an equals this value plus that value, hit enter, and I get 1,002,900, which is the correct value. But in the second section here, notice for the intermittent totals, I use the subtotal function. Now, if I want to total this whole range, I can go down to the grand total, use the subtotal function. I'm going to use 9, which is the sum option, choose this range, close my parentheses, hit enter, and notice I get 1,002,900. Because with subtotals, when you add a range that includes the subtotal function, the subtotal with the sum 9 ignores the other subtotals and will only total the values excluding those intermittent subtotals. Let's say I want to insert a couple rows here, and I want to get the subtotal of just the first 5 products to see what those are. If I hit Alt equals and hit enter, notice now at the bottom my total increased from 1,002,900 to 1,265,000 because this sum function here included my subtotal here of the first 5 products. However, if I go over to the right side and again enter subtotal, use the option 9, chose those units, close my parentheses, hit enter. Again, I get a subtotal of those first 5, but again, because I use the subtotal function, my grand total ignores that subtotal that we inserted at cell J7 and still only gives me a grand total of 1,002,900,000. So that's another nice feature about subtotal, is it ignores the other subtotals in the same column, so you can use that in lieu of the sum if you want to add intermittent subtotals within your range. And there you have it. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see here, please take a minute to share this post on your favorite social network. I can be found on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I hope you enjoy this. If you'd like to see more, please feel free to stop by my website, excel-bytes.com, and I hope you subscribe. So have a great day and happy excelling.